Hello there, good evening and welcome to the 2020-21 Lincoln City End of Season Virtual Awards. Delighted to have your company this evening for the next hour or so. It's all set to be a big evening indeed. As well as announcing the winners of 8 different categories, we'll also be revealing the results of the Imps Ultimate Raffle, including that executive box worth over £12,000. Plenty of details coming up later on in the show with regards to that. But first up tonight, it's time to announce the winner of the signed match ball. Now, we announced 10 of these earlier on in our Match Day Live earlier this season. The next 15 are as follows. Congratulations to these winners indeed. Zaina Herring, Michael Hoyer, Neil Cookson, Graham Robinson, Anna Spur, Jason Carter, Thomas Devlin, Kurt Watkinson, Ben Tate, Trevor Mason, Margaret Ann Taylor, Jean Foster, Anthony Smith, Julian Soons, and Linda McCarthy. Congratulations to all of those winners. Now, just a bit of housekeeping this evening. The club will be getting in contact with all of the winners of tonight, and all the details will be on weareimps.com in due course as well. So fear not. Next, it's our Evening With event. So winners of this will spend an evening in the director's box with the manager, a first team player, and a former player as well. The winner is as follows. And you can see there's over 30 names there, so I won't read them all out, but I'll give you 20 seconds or so to see if your name is on the list. As I said, the club will be with you in due course with regards to that, but congratulations to all of those winners. You have won an evening in the director's box with the manager, a first team player, and a former player as well. Finally, for this section, it's a family caricature from Chris Ray from Imptunes. You may have seen that Chris joined us on Match Day Live for the final game of the season against Wimbledon at the LNER Stadium last week. A family caricature. The winner of that award goes to roll Imptunes graphic drum roll, Edward Willie. Congratulations to Edward. You've won a family caricature from Imptunes, which, if the recent Match Day program design is anything to go by, then it's all set for quite a good design indeed. You can follow Imptunes as well on Twitter at Imptunes. Chris Ray doing some brilliant things indeed. Plenty more Imps Ultimate Raffle prizes coming up later on in the show. And as well as that, of course, that executive box worth over £12,000, which I mentioned as well. Now to our awards then. And our first award of the evening is the Lincoln City Young Player of this season. Now, any first team player under 21 is eligible for this one. And with such a young squad, it is pretty fair to say, isn't it, that this is a fairly hotly contested prize. Over to the manager, Michael Appleton, for the announcement.
Big congratulations to Brennan Johnson for winning the Young Player of the Year award. Fully deserved. You've only got to look at his performance this year in terms of his assists and his goals and the way he's continued his development whilst he's been at Lincoln City.
Yeah, congratulations indeed to Brennan Johnson, our Lincoln City Young Player of the Year. Here's a reminder of just why he's won that award.
Nothing left to hold us, no one left to
I'm delighted to say that Brennan joins us now. Brennan, nice to see you. Congratulations, young player of this season, your first season at the club as well. You must be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, I mean, this season's been unbelievable for me. I didn't really expect it to go this well, but yeah, I was just happy to get some games this season and doing so well, and the boys doing so well. It's just a bonus.
I mean, that highlights reel, Brennan, lasted for around about 60 seconds. It could have lasted for 6 or 7 minutes at least. There's been some absolutely brilliant moments for you. When you look back at that, which of those stand out?
Definitely that hat-trick against MK Dons. I mean, something I never expected this season, but yeah, getting the hat-trick was unbelievable. I'll always remember it.
Brennan, you've been up against some really good young players as well. We know the calibre of this Lincoln City squad this season, don't we? I guess that makes this particular award all the more sweeter.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's so many good young players in this team, especially even in the starting 11, and played so many minutes this season. So yeah, being able to win it is a massive achievement for me.
We've seen you play in so many different positions this season as well, whether it's central midfield, attacking midfield, left winger, right winger, centre forward. I mean, how important is versatility for you, because you're still such a young player as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the more I can learn in different positions, I think the better it gives me chances going forward and playing in different positions. So yeah, being able to come here and get so many minutes in different positions has been a massive bonus for me. And yeah, I'll need that going into the future.
Sunderland up next then in the playoffs, Brennan. Over 3,000 fans expected at the LNER Stadium. I bet you absolutely can't wait for that one.
Yeah, as soon as we found out that there's going to be fans there, all the boys are buzzing. I mean, most of us haven't played with the fans in the stadium, so yeah, can't wait.
It won't be an easy game though, will it? We know Sunderland are a very decent squad indeed, but if you're going to go up, you've got to beat the best sides in the division.
Yeah, definitely. And we know we've played them a few times this season and we've had tough games, but they're a really experienced team. But yeah, we're confident. We had a good, decent end to the season where we needed it. So yeah, that just gives all the boys confidence, and yeah, should be a good game.
Well, Brendan, we can't wait for it. We really appreciate you for joining us on tonight's show as well. And congratulations on the award.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
That's the Lincoln City Young Player of the Season, Brennan Johnson. Congratulations indeed to Brennan. And fingers crossed for a good result, of course, on Wednesday night. Right, it's now time for our Outstanding Contribution Award. This is for services to the club over a sustained period of time. Previous winners include Roger Bates and Andrew Vaughan as well. Here's the club physio, Mike Hine, with details on this year's winner.
I'm really proud to announce that the winner of the Outstanding Contribution Award to the football club goes to Dr. Chris Batty. Chris has been an absolute rock in the 5 years that I've worked with him at Lincoln City, and within the sports science and medicine department, he's provided unbelievable experience and knowledge that has been truly invaluable with some really difficult conditions and injuries that we've had in our time here. His adaptability, his flexibility to see players through the week, whether that be first team or academy, that certainly sits above his roles and responsibilities, has meant better care and more efficient care for our athletes, and his commitment to not just meeting the contract requirements and coming to the away games when Rose lets him, and those little details that maybe the wider network don't see have been really appreciated, certainly from me and the rest of the department. And speaking on behalf of the football club, that I'm delighted that Chris's work has been recognised via this award, and look forward to sharing some more good moments with Chris, with the on-pitch success, hopefully.
Yes, congratulations indeed for this year's Outstanding Contribution Award, Dr. Chris Batty. Delighted to say that Chris joins us now. Chris, nice to see you. It's your 25th season with the club, no less. 15 different managers, 6 different head physios in that time as well. And just the 750 matches or so that you've overseen, you have literally seen it all.
Yes, it's been an interesting time. I mean, my relationship with Lincoln City goes back way before I started. One of my friends growing up, Stuart Dove, his dad used to be chairman, Hannage Dove. So we used to be on a rota system to go in the director's box, a 1 in 4 sort of rota system. So it was strange that it came about that I got a letter asking if anyone was interested in me in club doctor. quite a few years ago now, and I certainly came in with a bit of a bang. So we had 2 pre-season friendlies that year, first against Aston Villa, and the second quite a famous one against Newcastle United when Alan Shearer made his debut with that fantastic team that Kevin Keegan had. And then things really got off to a great start. The first home match against Leyton Orient, the manager John Beck got arrested 5 minutes before kickoff. So there's been some interesting times from the word go.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you've got many stories to tell. We'll have to get you on a match day live later on, or perhaps next season as well, Chris. I mean, I mentioned the amount of games that you've overseen there as well. Talk us through some of the changes that you've overseen at the club, because I mentioned it before, you have seen it all, but particularly over the last 4 or 5 years, it's been an incredible time, and the challenges of this season as well.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the professionalism has changed from a medical point of view. So in some ways, a doctor was a token appointment. It was a necessity, but it was more who would do it, and there wasn't any real commitment from a medical point of view with regards to knowledge. You soon realise once you're doing it that you do need to do some sports medicine, and background knowledge of orthopaedics and stuff like that isn't enough. So I undertook a master's degree in sports medicine. That was many years ago, but the sort of first physio I had was a very experienced physio who went on to Formula One to accompany Mark Webber as his personal physio in Formula One. That was Roger Cleary. But a lot of the others have been sort of past players, obviously through the years in administration and then going into the National League. It was a struggle, and I've had a great relationship with everyone who I've worked with, but certainly the input that's been put into the medical team now is like nothing I've seen before at this club, and they are very gifted individuals, and it's a pleasure to work with them.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. And for you personally as well, I mean, this is very much a labour of love, isn't it? We know that you're a huge Lincoln City fan. What have you made of what you've seen on the pitch, I guess, over the last few years, but in particular this season as well? And the second part of that question I'll put to you is promotion. Can we do it?
Well, yeah, I mean, this season's football like I haven't seen before for many years, really, at Lincoln City. I mean, probably ever. I mean, I was privileged to see some of the Graham Taylor years, but I mean, now, the style of football is fantastic, and the Cowley brothers obviously initiated that upturn in form, and it's been a privilege to be on the inside of all of that and pitch side on many occasions. We've certainly got the potential to get promotion. I think we've got to take the chances when they come along. That we've missed opportunities recently where we can't necessarily afford to do that, but certainly this squad is the best I've been involved with, without a doubt, and the players have certainly got the capability to upset any team in that division, and hopefully we'll show that over the next 3 games. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed indeed. Chris, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show this evening, and congratulations on the award again. It's completely deserved. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Christopher Batty there, the winner of the Lincoln City 2020-21 Outstanding Contribution Award. Well done to Chris. Right then, our next award of the evening is the Lincoln City Academy Player of the Year. It's been a really strong season for our academy, hasn't it? Not least because of their heroic FA Youth Cup performance, which saw them come within half an hour of knocking out Watford at the LNER Stadium. Who better then to announce this award than one of the club's finest academy products, Jack Hobbs.
Good evening, everyone. Jack Hobbs here. I'm delighted to announce the winner of the Lincoln City Academy Player of the Year is Billy Brooks. Congratulations, Billy. Well done. It's something I won around 15 years ago. So make sure you keep working hard, progressing and learning as much as you can. I'd like to wish you all the best for next season, and also wish you and all your teammates the best of luck in your careers going forward. Cheers.
Yeah, that is our Academy Player of the Season, Billy Brooks, and delighted to say that Billy now joins us. And Billy, what a way to celebrate your first year of scholarship. Congratulations.
Cheers, thank you. It's been great.
Yeah, what does it mean to you to win an award like that?
Yeah, I'm just really happy, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of great players in our team this season, the likes of Freddie, Javon, Hayden Cannon. I'm just really happy to be awarded this award.
I mean, it's been a crazy season for everyone, a crazy year for everyone, hasn't it, Billy? Am I right in saying that you only moved to the city back in July? If that is the case, how have you found it overall? How have you settled in?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been really good. Like just Digs has been a pleasure. Like I loved living there for all the time I was there, and it's like the lads that I was with were just amazing. Like we all support each other. Like we've all got that togetherness feeling really.
Well, how important then, Billy, is that togetherness, that support you mentioned there? Now more so than ever, I guess. But it does seem, from what we've seen, from the little bits that we've seen from the outside, that this is a really close knit squad.
Yeah, definitely. Like it shows in the FA Cup, FA Youth Cup run. Like through the Oldham game, the Preston game, Watford game, we was all fighting for each other to see how far we could really get.
I'm going to embarrass you now, Billy, because I've been doing some light reading. This is what your manager had to say about you. He says Billy has an outstanding mentality for his development and never lets a day go past without giving his maximum to further consolidate his strengths and address areas that need work. I mean, that is high praise indeed, isn't it? Albeit, I did say I'll embarrass you with that one.
No, yeah, we've just got to put the hard work in and like see how far it can get me.
You've made more appearances than any other player in the academy this season as well, Billy. How do you feel like you've developed as a player?
Definitely. I'm not the biggest, I'm not the tallest, definitely not. But I just like put my effort in every day, see how far I can get, and just work hard for myself and for the team as much
You
as I
mentioned
can.
that FA Youth Cup run before, Billy, as well. Tell us a little bit about it, and of course that game at the LNER Stadium as well.
Yeah, it was about my third game playing on that in the LNER now, and I love playing in it. It's just a shame we couldn't get to the fifth round. Really, we was a bit unlucky. Like referee made some bad decisions, but that's football, and just got to move on and like see how far we can get next season.
Also, am I right in saying that you've been called up to the Republic of Ireland under-19s camp as well next month? What does that mean to you? Because that is a big accolade as well.
Yeah, it's great. It's next Monday to Wednesday, and yeah, it should be good. I can't wait to see what I can do up there.
Just finally then, Billy, I really appreciate your time this evening. Well done as well. I'm sure you keep an eye on the first team. How inspiring is it knowing that we've got a manager that is always willing to give youth a chance? You know, we've obviously got one of the youngest youth teams, one of the youngest teams in the division in League One and doing so well as well.
Yeah, they're doing great. Like Hayden Can, Sam Long, Sean Rowan, they've all been given chances, and I just hope to be next, really.
Billy, congratulations on the award. Thanks again for your time this evening.
Cheers, thank you.
That is the Lincoln City 2020-21 Academy Player of the Season, Billy Brooks. Well done to Billy. Right now to our next award this evening, and it is the Lincoln City Women's Player of the Year. It's been quite an 18 months or so for the women's side, who successfully rebranded back in 2019. 2020 saw a new manager as well, with Lee Mitchell taking the reins. Here he is with this year's announcement.
Hi, Lee Mitchell here from Lincoln City Women. I'm proud to announce that Mary Cooper has won the 2020-21 Player of the Year award. On behalf of everyone at Lincoln City Women, a huge congratulations to Mary.
Yeah, to echo the words of Lee Mitchell there, a huge congratulations to Mary Cooper, the 2020-21 Lincoln City Women's Player of the Season. And Mary's with us now. Mary, congratulations. What does that award mean to you?
Oh, it really is just an absolute honor. I came into the season not really knowing anyone on the team, or no one really knew me either. And they've just been so welcoming, and it's just a really big honor to be voted Player of the Year by them.
It's been such a tough campaign, hasn't it? We've seen the season almost been curtailed twice, haven't we? Just tell us what an award like this means to you after such difficulties, really, that you've all had to cope with this year.
I just think it shows just how strong the team is and how strong of a bond we all created, because I mean half the season we didn't even get to really spend together because of COVID, so our season got put on hold, and just to kind of make the impression and stand out to others and just be around the entire team, we were all just there for one another, and we coped with what we had. Even though our season kind of got scrapped towards the end, we still made way with all the friendlies that we got, and the team still kind of pushing on.
And we spoke to Billy Brooks just before and asked him how he's settling in Lincoln. I guess I can put that same question to you as well. How have you settled in the city?
Yeah, so I'm not currently living in the city. I'm actually like Nottingham based, but I have gone a bit around. I still don't think that you guys have a castle. I do think there's a really nice cathedral, but the castle doesn't really get it for me. That's a big kind of joke within the team. But yeah, I have settled in really, really well. All of the girls, like I said, they've just been so welcoming to me.
Yeah, I think a few of those comments may disagree with regards to the castle, Mary, but we'll let you off. We saw your manager there, Lee Mitchell, as well. I mean, he's obviously been a part of the club before he was named as manager, but in terms of a management role, how is he settling in?
Yeah, he absolutely just got right in with the team. I think we all like looked up to him anyways. Him and Rich both worked really well together, but Lee also ended up taking a lot of the sessions even beforehand. So we were all kind of used to him already being in kind of like that next step role. So it was a pretty easy transition, it seemed like, for him. And we all have a ton of respect for him as well.
Just in terms of Lincoln City women overall then, Mary, are you aware as players just how much women's football means to people of this city as well? Because it has played such a huge part, particularly sort of 10, 12, 15 years ago. Lincoln City women, or Lincoln City ladies as it was known at the time, was such a big thing here. And to have a women's side again that people can be proud of will mean a lot to the people of this city.
Yeah, I think it's definitely growing again. I think it was hard at the fact that we weren't a team for quite a few years and then we just kind of got back into it. So I think it's still growing and building. But I even think through this season, it's really like expanded. I've noticed it, especially on the social media side, people just interacting with us and getting to know us as people as well as players.
Just finally then, Mary, aims for the upcoming campaign though, how are you assessing things? Because the win ratio is pretty good as a side, so confidence must be fairly high.
Yeah, exactly. Lee's doing a lot to put in place as well to bring people in. We'll keep trying to build, and I couldn't be more excited for the end of the season game that Lee has planned, playing at Molyneux Stadium against Wolves. So that'll be something to really look forward to. And then after that, really build for the next season.
Great stuff. Look forward to it. Mary Cooper, congratulations on the award, and thanks very much for joining us this evening.
Thanks, guys.
That's the Lincoln City Women's Player of the Year, Mary Cooper. Congratulations to Mary. Right, some more awards coming up for you slightly later on this evening, but back to our Ultimate Imps Raffle prizes to tell you about. The next one is Chairman for the Day, no less. The winner of that award is as follows. We'll get that on the screen for you now. Rachel Anderson, David Webb, and Jonathan Battersby. Congratulations to all three of you for that prize, Chairman for the Day. Congratulations. As I said before as well, the club will be getting in contact with you in due course as well, and further information will be on weareimps.com. The next prize from the Ultimate Imps raffle is the EPC Experience Award. So this is a chance to spend some time at the Elite Performance Centre. The winners of that are as follows. That's Sam Ray and Michael Martin. Congratulations to both Sam and Michael, who will get a chance to see a behind closed doors look at the training ground and the preparations that go into a match day as well. And our third and final award of this section is a chance to be a part of the dugout in a pre-season friendly. This is quite some award. This is a chance to spend some time with the first team squad and be a part of Michael Appleton's first team staff and coaching staff as well. The winners are as follows. Well, the winner, I should say, and that is Alex Jennings. Alex, you'll get a chance to be a part of Michael Appleton's coaching staff for a pre-season friendly. So congratulations to all of the winners. As I said, plenty of details on weareimps.com. A few more Ultimate Imps raffle prizes to be announced later on into tonight's show. Just a chance to say thank you to our commercial partners as well, of whom it wouldn't be possible to do all of this without. You can see the pictures of them all there. Thank you very much for your support. It is certainly appreciated indeed. Now it's time for the Players Player of the Year. I think it's fair to say that you could make an argument for 10, 11, 12, maybe even 13 different players to potentially win this award. Here's the captain, Liam Bridcut, to announce the winner.
Hi guys, Liam Bridcut here. I just want to announce the Players Player of the Year, George Grant. I just want to say massive congratulations from all the lads and all the fans probably as well. Been perfect this season, lad. Just keep that up for next season.
Yeah, congratulations to the 2020-21 Players Player of this season, George Grant. I'm pleased to say that George is with us now. George, many congratulations indeed. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Obviously, to get it from your peers is always nice. So yeah, I'm delighted to win it.
And that was my next question as well. I mean, to get that recognition from your peers, it's the one you want, isn't it? As a player, I presume is to get that.
Yeah, of course. Like every award's nice to win, especially when we've had such a good season as a team, and there's so many individuals that could have won it as well. And I can't do it without their help on the pitch and off it. So yeah, really happy.
How would you summarise this season overall then, George? It's not been without its challenges for everyone, but for this squad as well, for this team, whether it's injuries, whether it's COVID-19, fans not being there as well. From Lincoln City's perspective, I guess that makes that all the more commendable that you've finished in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously we've dealt with a lot of things this year, obviously being COVID and injuries. We've had not a fully fit squad pretty much the whole season. I think like some people have been injured at different points of the year, and I think we've dealt with everything really well. And obviously we've made the playoffs, so it's a chance to get to the championship, and I think everybody's buzzing to be where we are.
Time to put you on the spot then, George, and ask you for your moment of the season so far. When you look back on this wonderful campaign, what for you from a personal perspective stands out?
Probably the first away game we had, Crewe, when I was captain for the first time. That one sticks out in my memory, and always probably will. It was the first time I've ever been captain in a professional game. So, yeah, that one meant a lot to me.
Nice moment indeed. Sunderland coming up then. We spoke to Brennan Johnson early on in the show, didn't we? We know it's going to be a tough game against them, but as I said to Brennan, you've got to beat the best sides if you're going to go up this year. What are you making of that challenge?
Yeah, obviously we've played them a couple of times already, so we sort of know what they're about and what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are, and we've got plenty in our squad to beat them. So hopefully we can do that over the 2 legs.
Well, George, congratulations on the award again, the Players Player of the season. Do stay with us as well, because we know that you're up for a few more awards this evening as well. So we may be speaking to you before the end of the show. But for now, well done.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
That's George Grant, the winner of the Lincoln City 2020-21 Players Player of the season. Congratulations to George. Next is the Lincoln City Golden Boot Award. It's been a close run race for quite some time now, hasn't it? But you'll probably have a good idea of the winner. In fact, there's 2 of them. Take a look at this. Yeah, congratulations then to our Lincoln City 2020-21 Golden Boot winners, George Grant and Anthony Scully, with 17 goals apiece. Delighted to say that Anthony Scully, along with the aforeseen George Grant as well, join me now. Nice to see you, Anthony, as well. It was a pretty close run contest in the end then.
Yeah, it was went right down to the last. Me and George both on 17, but it's a great tally for both of us to hit, and not a better person I want to share the Golden Boot with.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you mentioned that it is a great tally, isn't it? 17. Yeah. Everything that you've both had to put up with this season as well. Was that the target? A number like 17 or close to 17? Was that the target? Have you surpassed those targets, perhaps?
It's a little bit lower for me for the target that I set. It's kind of in between a target that I set at the start of the season, but it's a brilliant tally to get. The position that we're in as a team is brilliant. So all in all, it's been a good season.
Yeah, and you've still got the playoffs as well to catch that target, don't forget. I asked George about his moments of the season. When you look back, there's been some pretty big ones that stand out from your point of view as well. Which ones for you personally?
There's been a lot. Probably the first goal against Oxford that I got. You know, as an attacker, you want to try and get the first goal as quick as you can. So, you know, to get that out of the way as early as I did, it was great. Peterborough would have been nice as well, but kind of didn't go to plan at the end.
There was some goal, wasn't it? Let's bring George back into the conversation as well. George, what does Anthony Scully like to play with as well then?
Yeah, he's really good. Obviously, he's enthusiastic. He's got great quality on the ball, as we've seen a lot of this season. And to be honest with you, to get the numbers that he's got in his first full season as a professional is top stuff. So yeah, big well done to him.
And 17 goals apiece, as I said before, pretty close run thing. Is it something that you discuss between you? Because obviously those 2 goals, I guess, that Anthony scored against Peterborough helped his cause, didn't it?
Yeah, no, we had a bit of banter towards the end, didn't we, Skulls, to be fair. But it's always healthy to have competition like that. And obviously we're both going out to score to help the team. So that's the most important thing, the team.
Anthony, I asked George about Sunderland before, so I'll put that to you as well. What are the thoughts ahead of that double header?
Yeah, we can't wait. You know, as a team, we're all delighted to be in the playoffs. We've worked really hard this season, so to be in there is brilliant for us as a group. You know, in our 4th season together properly, and we have no fear going into the game. We fancy ourselves against anybody, and you know, on our day we can beat anybody. So we're really looking forward to the game.
Have you had a chance to take stock, to look back and see what you've both achieved so far this season? Because it's been a quite brilliant campaign, some excellent football played, some brilliant results along the way, some fantastic goals as we've seen from both of you as well. Have you had an opportunity to do that, or has it just been so jam-packed that you'll have to do that after the playoffs?
Grant, you can take it away. Go on.
We've had a little look back as a team towards the end of the season. We watched a little video on sort of the team's best clips and stuff like that, which is always nice to watch things like that and just shows how much of a good season we've had. But we need to finish off the job now, and you don't want to get to this point and just the playoffs be good enough. So hopefully we can go all the way.
Anthony, you let George take that one, so I'll let you finish with that as well. I presume you echo those sentiments.
Yeah, definitely. You know, getting into the playoffs is a target that we wanted, and we've hit that target. So there's not much time to look back at the season because the season's not finished for us. You know, we've still got potentially 3 massive games, and we can't look too far back at the season because we've got a season to finish. We've got a big job to do starting on Wednesday, so we'll be all looking forward to doing that on Wednesday.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you both again for winning the award. 17 goals apiece is brilliant going, especially with everything that both of you had to deal with this season as well. So well done. We know that you're both contenders for our next award as well, so do stay with us just in case. And that next award is the Lincoln City Goal of the Season. These are the contenders. And the winner with 36% of the vote on social media is Anthony Scully for his goal against Peterborough earlier this month at London Road. Here's a reminder of that sensational strike.
Ioma moving forward to Scully. Scully does a lovely dummy, and it's Bramall racing forward, using that electric pace once again. Back into Grant, now with Scully. Works himself a bit of space. Anthony Scully, curling effort, scores! Wonderful goal! Lincoln leads 3-0 here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire.
What a goal, what a movement as well, right down the left-hand side. Don't forget Scully's dummy was what really got them going, but what a finish. We were right behind it where we could see it curling round, just dipping in. Wow.
Yeah, Anthony Scully, winner of the Lincoln City Goal of the Season award. What a fantastic strike against Peterborough. Let's bring Anthony back into the conversation then. Anthony, honest question for an honest answer. Did you vote for yourself on social media?
I voted for myself this time, but usually I vote for all the other lads for most things. But I have to say, all the goals deserve to win it. Some great strikes in there, I have to say. You know, the three lads that I was up against, they were great goals, especially Hops on his right, on his right. So, as I said, anybody could have won it.
Let's hope the connection stays with us as well. And should it do so, just talk us through the mindset of that goal. What's going through your head? Because it was a brilliant move, wasn't it? It was some brilliant build-up play from back to front. But, you know, I guess, was it one thing in your mind was just, let's get the strike away and see what happens?
Yeah, I work on that a lot in training. You know, that type of finish from the left-hand side. And, you know, when the dummy and I went round and came back into Granty, he's played it into me, and you know, lucky enough, he's made the run. He's took the defender away, because I would have just slipped it back to him. But the defenders followed him, and I took me touch in. And I thought, I fancy myself, and it came off.
I guess one of the reasons, as well as the fact that it's an absolutely brilliant strike, is the build-up play. Just give us an insight, if you could, Anthony, into some of maybe the training drills, without giving too much away, that you take part in, because we have been enjoying some fantastic football this season, all played on the ground as well. From your perspective, is that, you know, something extra that you work on, or is it something that comes quite naturally to you as a team? I
think the goal we scored, you know, shows us as a team in that whole move, you know, with the energy that we play with, and you know, Granty's running off the ball, fullbacks being high, wingers coming inside. So I think that goal showed what we are as a team. And the running off the ball, Granty to play it into me and then run on, take the defender away. Just that goal summed us up as a team in one move.
Anthony, congratulations on the award again. Brilliant goal indeed, and well done once again for 17 goals this season.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Lovely to see Anthony Scully there. What a brilliant goal at London Road. Indeed, right now, time for the Fans Player of the Year. Previous winners of this award include Joe Morrell, Michael Boswick and Neil Earley, no less. So who better to announce this award than Alan Long?
Hi guys, it's my great pleasure to announce that the Fans Player of the Season, in conjunction with the Lincoln District Football Supporters Club and the Red Imps Community Trust, is George Grant. And George, you've been tremendous all season. The fans have loved everything you've done, along with all your teammates, of course. And we really can't wait to see you in action, in the flesh, those of us that are going to be here next Wednesday night. But George, from everybody, congratulations and well done.
Yeah, congratulations then to the Lincoln City Fans Player of the Season, George Grant. Here's a reminder, if you didn't need it, of just why he's won it. Yeah, well done indeed to the Lincoln City Fans Player this season, George Grant. And George is back with us now as well. Three awards so far, George. Not bad going, is it?
Yeah, no, I'll take it. Obviously, another one that I've got, which I'm really happy with, and obviously I'm really happy that the fans are happy with my performances this year.
Well, that's it, isn't it? I mentioned before that the one that you want is from the players, from your peers, but I guess the other one you want is of course, the congratulatory award from the fans.
Yeah, they both mean just as much. Obviously, the fans are so important to us, and obviously they've had to support away from the stadium this year, but they've been fantastic, and we've felt their support the whole way through the season. So to get this award is great.
How much of a boost then will it to have them back at the LNER Stadium on Wednesday night?
Yeah, obviously we've been waiting for it for a long time. I think there was one game in the middle of the season, Northampton, that we played with fans, and that's pretty much it all season. So we're delighted to have them back, and I know they'll be in full voice Wednesday night.
I know I asked you about your moment of the season earlier on, George. In terms of the season overall, just talk us a little bit about the injury that you picked up, because obviously it was a big setback at the time. You spent a good period out, and it must have been so frustrating for you. But do you feel like when something like that happens, do you feel like you come back stronger?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a time to reflect and also work on yourself and work on things that maybe you didn't get to work on, especially things in the gym. It's built up my strength. It's built up the strength from my ankles, especially as well. So to make sure it doesn't happen again. So obviously at the time we thought it was quite a bad one, but turned out better than expected. So got back as quickly as I possibly could. So delighted to get some games in towards the end of the season as well and get my fitness back up.
Well, George, once again, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show this evening. Congratulations on all 3 awards.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
That's the Lincoln City Fans Player of the Season, George Grant, also winning the Players Player of the Season and the Golden Boot Award as well, along with Anthony Scully, 17 goals apiece for him and George. Brilliant going indeed. Right then, that brings to a close the awards section this evening. However, we still have winners of the Imps Ultimate Raffle to announce. Do stay tuned for that later on in the show. Michael Appleton will also be joining us as well, and I'll be revealing just who's won that executive box worth £12,500, no less. Do stay with us for that. Season tickets are also available to renew now as well. Here's a reminder of just how much the club have missed you.
Steeped in tradition, from countless great nights, the home of the Imps, the red and white stripes. The badge on the shirt means so much to so many. Our passionate fans, more vocal than any. From Big Keith to Murphy, remember Freeman and Brown, while Yeo and Reedy wore the goal-scoring crown. Our last time together was Burton at home. A whole year without you. Who would have known? So we're dusting off turnstiles to welcome you back, to cheer on the boys in defense and attack. Now rekindle the fire and let friendships renew. Our spiritual home is ready for you. We are Imps as one.
Yeah, that VT voiced by the brilliant Colin McFarlane. All the details for renewing your season tickets are available at weareimps.com. Right, back to the Imps Ultimate Raffle prizes then. And next on the agenda is a literal money can't buy prize. It's a squad number for the 21-22 season. As I said, it's a literal money can't buy prize, this one. Pretty unique within the English Football League's pyramid as well, I should say. The winner of that award is Ben Vickers. Congratulations to Ben. Your name will feature on the Matchday programme and club website next season throughout the year. So very well done to Ben as well. Our next award is a big one. It's a 5-year season ticket, hopefully to watch some Championship, maybe even Premier League football. Why not? The winner of that award, I can say, is Joseph Lovett, congratulations to Joseph. You've won yourself a 5-year season ticket at the LNER Stadium. Well done to Joseph. As I said, the club will be in touch with you regarding how to collect those prizes and all the details on weareimps.com. As well, our penultimate raffle prize this evening is the Ultimate Fan Pack. This gets you a free season ticket, a free drink at each home game as well, away tickets and away travel for 2 people throughout the 21-22 season. The winner of that is John Paul Stanny. Well done to John Paul. You've won yourself a free season ticket, a free drink at each home game, away tickets and away travel for 2 people throughout the 21-22 season. Now, it's the big one. Full access to a executive box at the LNER Stadium for the 21-22 season. If you're not lucky enough ever to have been in one of the executive boxes, I can safely say it is literally the best view in football. I feel like we need a drum roll for this. I don't think we've got one on the settings, but what I can say is that the winner is as follows. Congratulations to Rachel Ward. You've won yourself an executive box at the LNER Stadium for the 21-22 season. As I said before, further information on collecting all of those awards will be with you in due course, and all the information on weareimps.com. But well done to Rachel Ward, who has won an executive box at the LNER Stadium for the 21-22 season. Wow, what an evening. Delighted now to say that the manager himself joins us. Michael Appleton is with us. Michael, I feel like we should start with that prize because it feels so big, doesn't it?
Yeah, listen, it's fantastic, isn't it? Hopefully they'll get the opportunity to see some good performances and some big wins over what, hopefully will be, a season to remember again.
Yeah, it certainly has been a season to remember so far, hasn't it, Michael? And some worthy winners this evening, no less.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, throughout the season, it's very much a team feel to what we do and how we do things. But ultimately, there's players and individuals within that team who, can stand out at times, whether that's performances, whether that's goals, assists, and the players that have won the awards today or tonight. Sorry, then they can feel very, very proud because ultimately it's the recognition and the reward over a long, long period of time of producing, result after result in terms of the performance.
Been a challenging season for everyone throughout the football pyramid, hasn't it, Michael? How have you personally dealt with some of the challenges that have been put before you, and how much do you think you've learned from this season as well?
Yeah, I mean, lots of lessons learned. Obviously, very, very different. Obviously, the biggest one we've just been touching on, the fact that no fans in the stadium. I think certain teams in the league suffer from that more than others. I definitely think that we're one of them. That's not something I'm saying now after 46 games. From the first minute, you could tell that the vibe was totally different. So they were different challenges that the players had to sort of take on board, and we had to take on board, trying to create our own motivation and get the players up for games. You could probably see in some of the games where we started quite slowly at home, especially probably due to the fact that there was no fans in the stadium. So that's something that we can look at, certainly going into these next 2 really crucial games against Sunderland. But again, having to deal with COVID and the amount of injuries that certainly we had this year, a lot of soft tissue injuries, probably due to the fact that, the pandemic and then a condensed period of games that we had to do throughout the season.
You mentioned the omission of fans there, Michael. Obviously, we're going to be seeing just over 3,000 fans returning to the LNER Stadium on Wednesday night. How much of a boost will that be to you? How much will it change things, I guess, for your side as well?
Yeah, listen, we're so excited about it as a group. There's no doubt about that. I think, there's an anticipation within the players that, I've mentioned today about the standard of the training over the last few days has gone up a notch. You can tell, one, there's a big game around the corner, and 2, the fact that we're going to have supporters in the stadium, and even though it's only just over 3,000 that we can allow into the stadium, I think because we've been starved so much of not having fans in there, the fact that they're all going to be home fans, I genuinely believe that it'll sound like we've got 10,000 in there going crazy. And listen, if we can put performance on and score a few goals and make sure that we're in the tie going up to the Stadium of Light, I think we put ourselves in a great position, because as everyone's seen this year, our away form has been outstanding.
I asked George Grant for his moment of the season, Michael, so I will put that to you as well. What is your moment so far of this League One campaign?
Yeah, I think this is actually a really difficult sort of question to answer, because there's been so many memorable moments. But I'd argue that probably just recently, the comeback against Blackpool, and the reason for that, we've had situations within the season where the games have been a little bit flat, and we needed a moment of magic from one of the players to get the team going. Going again. But I think because of everything that had happened prior to the club being sort of closed down with the COVID, and prior to the Oxford game and the run of games that we had, and the lack of results that we were getting at that time, the performances were okay to a degree. But then to sort of come back, having sort of missed 10 days of training, not really knowing what to expect from the players, a few players coming back from injury, to be sort of 2-0 down in a game that I felt we were more than comfortable in it, and we were competitive, and we were playing reasonably well against Blackpool. It was a big boost to sort of come back and pull it back to 2-2. And I think that was the almost catalyst that we needed at that moment in time. And obviously the results, from there on, between then and the end of the season, certainly reflected that. So I think that was a big pivotal moment for me, getting the 2 goals, and obviously the 2 very, very good goals as well. Obviously Anthony Scully, fantastic volley, and then obviously a great finish from Brennan.
Just finally then, Michael, really appreciate your time this evening as well. How confident are the boys ahead of what is 2 massive games?
Yeah, listen, we're all very, very confident. We've played Sunderland 3 times now, and you could argue that the first game we got turned over, but even in that game, we could have been probably 2 or 3-0 up before they scored, and they scored a few quick fire goals. But I think the 2 next 2 meetings against them in the Papa John's Trophy semi-final, and obviously the league game, both 1-1, both very close to a degree. We felt that we were the stronger going into the latter stages of the game, and I think, Sam, that'll be the thing I'll be looking at. If it gets to around the 70-minute mark at the Stadium of Light, and we're either ahead in the game or there's not much in it, I think, and I do believe that we've got the youth and the athleticism in the group to sort of get us through.
We certainly hope so indeed. Michael, really appreciate your time this evening. Thanks very much, and good luck next week.
Cheers, Sam. Thank you.
Thoughts of the Lincoln City manager, of course, Michael Appleton. Right then, that brings to an end our 2020-21 Lincoln City Virtual End of Season Awards. Really appreciate your company this evening. As I said before, details of all of tonight's winners will be on weareimps.com, and the club will be in touch with all the Ultimate Imps Raffle prize winners in due course as well. Again, really appreciate your time this evening, and fingers crossed the Imps can overcome, or certainly get one step closer to that playoff final when they play Sunderland on Wednesday evening. Bye for now.